So I think this is working now. So let's get started. Well, hello, I'm Cyrus Choi, and today I'm going to give a presentation about CGE12412 Appreciation of Western Art Assignment 1. And we went to the Plus Museum, and uh, we chose. We were asked to choose 2 or 3 pieces of art, and based on that, we are going to discuss how does contemporary art challenge our expectations. So this is the evidence proving that I really went there. So this is me. Now this is a horrible selfie. There's no way I am a horrible photographer, especially having taking selfies, but never mind. There's an evidence showing you. So here, uh, I because I'm doing this on my own, so I only got 2 pieces of art in Plus Museum. So the first one is 84 Performance Ink 5, which is by Wang Peng, a Chinese man, uh, in 1984. And the second one is the East and West by Hong Su-zhen, a Taiwanese woman. She created this in 1984 and 1987, but she separately recorded 2 videos. Here you can see her lips on here. Her lips represented this is 2 videos combined in one. So she recorded two videos in different time. So the date here is 2 years. And in this presentation, I am going to first describe the artwork and explain how this piece of art connects technological development and modern society. And second, I will explain how the artist has extended and or challenged society through art. And last but not least, I will explain how the artist is helping viewers to develop a positive attitude towards the value of artistic creation and appreciation as part of a wholesome life. So let's get started here from introducing 84 Performance in 5. So this is from a series of Wang Peng's performance art performance. So Wang Peng created this by rubbing his naked body on rice paper with ink. This is a technique very common in calligraphy and a and very ancient way to create art in China. Yeah, so but this is a very rebellious and a very bold action at that time, and it later became known as the first nude performance in China, and we will talk more about it later. So here, let me move aside my. You can see here, and a right palm and a forearm mark here on the right side, and you can see the torso here, and the quadriceps here, his legs mark on the left side. So you can clearly see that the artist created this by laying down on the rice paper with his body full of ink and with a poster like this. Yeah, so that he could create uh, this picture. Yeah, and you can see the contrast of colors here, which are black and white. This is a very simple picture here. And I move on to here how the artwork connects technological development and modern society. So Wang Peng did that through the use of ink and the documentation of performance art. So you see, ink is a very ancient way to create art back in China, and how how Wang Peng docu documented this piece of art. He used a digital way, which is taking pictures with camera. So you see, from ink, which is a medium Chinese people uh, were were using uh, thousands of years ago, to the digital way, which is uh, in newer, should I say newer, a new way of creating art to perform this piece of art, and it really connects uh, the technological development here, and the and also the use of traditional ink and paper allowed the artist to explore the relationship between traditional Chinese art and contemporary performance art. So move on, how the artist had challenged or extended the society through the artwork. So you see, nudity in artistic creation was not tolerated in China at that moment because the Chinese government was quite afraid of the Western culture. They were afraid of it because they were afraid that this Western culture will pollute the Chinese culture and the Chinese people thoughts. So at that time, the government was having that anti-spiritual pollution campaign in 1983, and Wang Peng created this artwork out of his dissatisfaction with the school's emphasis on skill training. So the school he was studying uh, was focusing on skill training, but not the ideas and or ways to create art. So uh, he wasn't quite happy with that. So he created the 84 performance series with his roommate's help secretly, and the series successfully became the first nude performance art in China. So, how Wang Peng is helping the viewers to develop a positive attitude towards the value of artistic creation and appreciation as part of a wholesome life. So, the artist has extended the boundaries of artistic expression. So, because as I said, nudity was not tolerated at that moment. So no Chinese people were doing this kind of art. So, but he did that. So this is a very bold and it's really extended boundaries of artistic expressions, and uh, it inspires the viewers to develop a more nuanced and appreciative understanding of the value of traditional Chinese art forms. So move on to the East and West description. So you see, this is a single channel digital video, which is a very old way to record it. It includes color and sound. Well, I shouldn't say it's quite old. It's just the quality of the video wasn't quite good. Yeah, and you can see the artist's mouth was vertically split in half. The left one was speaking, let me see, yeah, Mandarin, and the right one was speaking English. And the two videos were playing at the same time, so it can be very confusing if you are not focusing on one side. So how did the artwork connect technological development and modern society? So by the use of the video projections and digital media, it really shows the technological development back then, because it was kind of new thing here, video recording to make some arts, what there wasn't many people doing that, and it really reflected the impact of technology on contemporary art and culture, and invited the viewers to reflect on the role of technology in their own lives. And you see, there was a immigration wave back in the 1980s. The Taiwanese were moving to US due to economies and stuff like that. And we will talk about that more here. So how did Hong Zhu challenge or extended the society through the artwork here? And you see the speech was overlapping, and the movement of her lips were disjoint, and it really conveys the confusion frustration the artist felt during the process of obtaining her American citizenship as an immigrant from Taiwan. So she was one of the immigrants back in the 1980s. So uh, no, her mother language wasn't English, and it was Mandarin, and she wasn't quite good at English at the same time. So she was quite confused by U.S. culture, and she was also frustrated by the language barrier here. And this piece of art has successfully extended people's knowledge about the feelings of immigrants. So you see, she wasn't alone. Many people were like her. They were also confused and frustrated by the language barriers and the culture and the differences in terms of the cultures. So and it's also captured the challenges of negotiating one's identity between two cultures. You see, Taiwanese but living in the U.S. So how the artist is helping viewers to develop a positive attitude. Okay, let's skip that. You can see that, and you see it also extended the boundaries of traditional artistic forms. Just like what I said, not many people were using videotapes to create art. So yeah, she did a great job here, extending the boundaries of artistic forms. And this piece of art has also inspired people to develop a more holistic approach to artistic creation and appreciation by using a range of media. So yeah, she was telling people to use a different variety of methods to create art, especially different kinds of media. And it also teaches the viewers to think in others' place so that they can see more of the picture. So you see, people, the local Taiwanese were thinking that going to the U.S. is such a good thing to do, but in fact, the confusion and frustration uh, the the immigrants was experiencing, uh, the locals can't really understand that. So you see here, the artwork has uh, shows the feelings of the immigrants, and we can know more about them by looking at this art. So to conclude, both the 84 Performance Inc. 5 and the East and West are, are great artworks, and they have used different mediums. You see, the Wang Peng's artwork. He was using ink and rice papers, and he really used himself as a painting tool. You know, he really laid on the paper naked, and East and West is a videotape. The artist was just a model, yeah, a model or something, and both of them have connected technological development and the modern society. So you see, 84 Performance Inc. 5 has challenged and extended the society, but East and West was more likely to only extend the societal norms. Yeah, sorry for my poor English here. And both artists encourage viewers to develop a more critical and appreciative attitude towards the value of artistic creation and cultural diversity. So both of them were really focusing on the culture. You see, Wang Peng uh, was rebellious, and he supported nudity here. And you see, uh, he he used a Western method to create a uh, Eastern piece of art here. And Hong Shuzhen was showing uh, the the feelings of the immigrants back in 1980s here. And she was talking about the culture, you know, the language barriers and the the difference of two cultures, Taiwan culture and U.S. culture here. And both of them has reminded us that art is an essential part of a wholesome life, and that it has the power to inspire, to transform, and enrich our understanding of the world. So, well, I think I've run this presentation. Hope you are not angry with it. So, yeah, finally, it's the end of the presentation. So, thanks for listening.